share of mine, take little share of mine. My children don't complain much, although long is the day. Chores from early morning, they have no time to play. I pray for them each day. I love her dearly. She works all day at home, not time stitching torn clothes. Morning after dawn, I love her work so long. And since I'm in Krakowic, no boss man will I be. To Boston must be German, or Welsh, and that's not me. No Czech boss man be. And in these mines I'll die. Black lung kills you slowly. God bless my girls and wife, give them a better life. Lay down, my good brothers, lay down and take your rest. Lay your head on down upon your Savior's breast. I love you, Jesus loves you the best, and bid you good night. Good night, I bid you good night, yeah, good night. Wanted to see you for the ark in a wonderful boat. Good night, sail it on the water, get the world afloat. It's a good night, I bid you good night. Good night, I bid you good night, yeah, good night. Wanted to be for the beast at the end of the world. Good night, Simon and up all the boys and the girls. It's a good night, I bid you good night. Good night, I bid you good night, yeah, good night. Lay down, my good sisters, lay down and take your rest. Lay your head on down upon your Savior's breast. I love you, Jesus loves you the best, and I bid you good night.